Hey, Jamie. Thank you,
Hey,
man. Thank you. It was such a pleasure to be here.
thank you. Thank you for having us. We're so honored. Thank you.
So, what we're going to talk about is the power of an opportunity, and a little about us. We're part of we were actually part of another organization, and we saw through the whole income of the top agents. And usually, what happens in the industry, they show income if once upon a time somebody made any money. So we had this person that was like $1 million earner, and we looked at numbers and we're like, really, this her team really didn't do that much this year, but she was known as $1 million earner from the year to date from the time they started. And they were there 5 years, 10 years, they made $1 million over that time. So it was pretty crazy, right?
So, when Raza joined the industry, he went from zero to 500 agents. And guess what? He didn't own a single piece of business. He didn't own his clients. He didn't own his agency.
Yeah, and that made us move to another company and rebuild our agency for a better opportunity and promise of the bonus pool. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the bonus pool or ownership, which they sell you on, but we still weren't happy. Something was missing, right?
We worked our business, but our business was working us. So, no matter what we did, it was just we were running crazy and it wasn't showing the results.
Well, and then, guys, COVID changed the whole industry. People are not allowing agents to go into their homes due to COVID-19. And our whole business got wiped out because what you have to understand, unlike Canada, the US market is driven by the concept of leads. And there's a certain company that actually built this whole concept about 20 years ago. And a lot of the companies that came out of that company are spawns of that company, and they do the same thing. They get agents addicted to leads, and and they go in and sell the clients. But what happens is, guys, there's no personal relationship being built with the clients. Now, when COVID happened, guys, people are not filling out leads, and most of the market is final expense. So guess what? The seniors don't want anybody to come to their homes because of fear of getting COVID. So the industry was wiped out, and we were like shut down almost for a year and a half.
So, in search of solutions, we were struggling and needed a change fast. Here is Raza looking for a better opportunity. He's putting on his glasses to get a better look. Here he is searching hard for something that will reset our trajectory. Knee deep in bills. We were knee deep in bills, literally.
And
And
there was nothing out there, no insurance company that will allow me to fully own my business and give me the security I need with my family, and I guess this is what we were doing.
yes, we were thinking, we were like, what are we gonna do?
What are we going to do? And we were living on our savings and on a verge of running out, guys. Literally, we basically have our mother-in-law, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Imran's mom and dad, that live with us. We have a niece that we actually adopted, and we have our kids, our three kids. So I had 8 family members to take care of, and literally, by the time I found Experior, it was we were almost a year and a half into just using living on our savings, and we were almost 2 months out. I'm like, Imrana, I said we got to do something, and
Then
she
Exterior
happened.
happened. One glorious day, Reza's close friend Jacques, he came up to him and he shared the opportunity and he said, "Hey, I want you to check this out. Is this a good deal? Should I join? Come see what Experior is offering."
And we basically, I had tons of questions coming from the US market. I mean, being dodged or misled by different IMOs. I had a lot of questions. I asked the leaders. Darren was one of my first interviews. Myron, Tasso, the CEO, Jamie. We had actually a private Zoom with Jamie and Leanne, with me and Marana. Hey, is this real? Is this? I want to kind of see. And then they're like, yeah, you have equity shares. I'm like, equity shares? It's like kind of like Bill Gates giving me his equity shares when we are working in the garage. He's like, yeah, like that. I'm like, wow, that's never heard of. Generational legacy ownership. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, okay, so my kid and their kid and his kid will still earn money from my work. And Jamie said, yeah. I was like, this is like mind blowing, right? Our business is ours. I built this company to about $2 million in a year of revenue. And then I left the company because I found out I didn't own the business. And then that team of mine went up to $10 million in revenue after I left. And guess how much I got off that team?
Nothing.
Zero. Not even an award or a thank you card that, hey, thank you for building a team that's doing $10 million a year now in personal production volume. So owning our business, guys, it's amazing, right? An opportunity to expand to other countries, that is like impossible. I've never heard of it in any American company that they are actually going out of America. Most companies basically, there is no such thing. So it was amazing. It was crazy.
Yes, we were swept off our feet, so we took the opportunity and jumped right in.
Yeah. And guess what, guys? What can happen?
In 6 months, just 6 months, starting from zero, which means we brought zero agents from our previous insurance companies. So we restarted from scratch. We took the leap, and this is what we've achieved so far.
So, guys, in January, we brought in 90 licensed, or 90 actually agents. Some of them are licensed, about 30% of them. But it was incredible, right? Because we built a track record here. We came in June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 90 agents, guys. Now, the 90 agents, I have to give all of the credit to my team members. We had 24 team members January 1st. From 24, it went to 90. Now, there was a lot of hard work. Now, till 2 weeks into January, we did not have that much of a growth. Last 2 weeks, guys, it was incredible. Now, they say the power of one, right? Remember that. The power of one. It only takes one to blow up. And that's what happened. I had a couple of different pockets in our team out of the 24, and one blew up. And then another one blew up. Now, guys, the whole time that this was happening, I think the last day, Jamie was saying, man, we were getting like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 every hour, every minute. We have new people coming in, new people coming in. And the guys, the 150 waived in the US was incredible because we were attracting people who wanted an opportunity. They were struggling. They're looking for an opportunity. We had agents who were in other companies that didn't have any sign-up fee. So they were like, okay, this is great. It's similar. I'm like, yeah, let's come on, let's check us out, right? And they came on and they were here. Now, you don't know what was going on behind the scene, guys. We are on the last day of January and we're pushing.
Well, mid January, we contracted COVID. I did, and my two of my kids did. So we were down, but not out. We still worked hard
Yep.
because this was an opportunity we wanted to share with others, and it's free. Like that has to be shared everywhere. It needs to be on loudspeakers. It needs to be posted everywhere. So we went crazy with it. We got over COVID. Then I had COVID complications after that fact.
Yep.
I had pneumonia, so I couldn't really talk. I couldn't breathe. And during the last day of this run,
Yeah, and Imrana was literally in the surgery in the ER and sitting there making postcards for new team members coming on board and posting it in WhatsApp on our group and our Facebook. And Jacques like, hey, we need to get we have 4 more people coming. I'm like, man, Imrana's in the ER. I was like, I'm on the computer doing Zooms. She's sending me messages. I'm like just hoping that everything is okay.
yes,
And then they did a CT scan on her, and
they just basically said, there's a strong possibility you have cancer. So here we are. One of the biggest days of our career was happening, and we heard this. I heard alone this bad news. Came home while we shared, hey, this, oh wow, we just had this record-breaking month. We also were together and crying about this scary news that I just heard. But thankfully, we are 1 week out, and I'm cancer. I don't have cancer. It was benign tumors, and I'm so grateful. It just gives me the opportunity to run even harder, make things happen, break more records. We're so excited to move forward now.
um, so guys, there's a lot of people that have situations where they have excuses, right? The dog ran out. I'm at work. all kind of excuses. And the day you can kind of overcome your small excuses, you'll do an amazing job with your life, and you'll help and influence others. And in just finishing the year, guys, I broke my own record of 55,000 a month. I did 89,000 in December, personal pen. I ended up the year with 294,000 in personal pen. And I said to my team, we have to have a US flag in number one position, guys. All right, these Canadians been at it for a long time. We got to show what US is about. And thank you, Derek, for giving me the challenge. I was the number two, 5 minutes into the New Year's Eve, and I passed Derek, but I appreciate the strong challenge. And guys, we ended up the year with
a 6-figure ring. We are the first US couple to get a 6-figure ring, and we are so honored for that title. Thank you so much
thank
for
you,
that.
Jamie and Leanne. And this is the power of the Experior opportunity, guys.
Yes, with just back office fees, we did all this, no investment, just running hard for 6 months. So carpe diem, seize the opportunity.
See you at the top, guys.
See you at the top. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.